Greetings everyone, Agion here, another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the Panzer Elite, we have Wagwan. I'm going to put the German V sound, Wagwan? Because he's German, or playing as a German player. We have at the top right, as the British player, we have IronRoman. Was that the lagging out? So maybe the Brit may have been lagging out for a moment. I wasn't really paying attention to what was there. Why are the Captain Grads whispering?
Ready for mission orders.
A little bit of trash talking. We got some fuel being captured up over here. We got the lieutenant capturing up the munitions point over here. We of course got the scope section. I'm not so sure what the formation is exactly doing.
I've secured the objective.
Of course, got the lieutenant. Usually people go for another squad before that point. Oh, what?
Objective is ours.
What sort of deployment is this? Let's switch over to the British player for the moment. I'm just a little bit confused about the build order. I don't know why, it just seems a little bit unusual. Plus, this position maybe just wants to be a bit more reserve. I don't know. This cutoff point, well, usually it's a cutoff point in most other players, maybe not necessarily British, is quite large. So he could place it back around here and be a very good capture point to secure down, but is not a resource sector, so he won't gain any resources from it. Can he grab to capture some points?
Orders coming in.
Let's see, this is another non-resource point. He could move it over here to this munitions point here. You have this point quite locked down. I think British players tend to put their, in my opinion, put the command truck a little bit too far forward to the central VP, which leaves them pretty vulnerable to indirect fire. But putting it over on this munitions point over here, it's a valuable mission. It's one of the high munitions points. And put it right around here, he will lock it down while providing good coverage for this VP and be able to launch assaults to this one over here. While be able to harass, say, this munitions point as well. Infantry half track is deployed. He has loaded up a Panzer Grenadier. I don't think it's arm upgrade, if anything, just yet. Only 2 guys will fire from this side, but he has the MG itself firing. Point blank may not be a thing in this game just yet, so he's not getting suppression off, and I think he's still being using full heavy cover there. Does have the lieutenant and a second intersection squad push his way forward. The half track will need to fall back. One of the models will be firing on the half track's retreat. Of course, since he's Panzer Elite, these Panzer Grenadiers can repair this half track as well. Great capping pressure coming out by the Panzer Elite player. I think the primary reason why he went for 2 Captain Grads is because since he's playing as Brit. Brits don't really have good capturing game in the early game, so he's able to capture up the entirety of the map, excluding a handful of sectors that the Brit is going to be at.
Build complete,
So
sir.
excellent field control by the Panzer Elite player. Oh, that's actually he set it up on the fuel point right there. That's the fuel point.
CP lorry ready to deploy.
Awaiting further instruction.
It says CP lorry is going for a. He may be going for a fast Stewart.
We're setting up the field support CP on this position.
That's why he set it up there, right there. I thought so in the command base sector it actually is his fuel sector. I saw the plus 18, then realized,
Panzer
oh,
forces are moving
that makes
on one
sense.
of our strategic locations.
Kettengrad will not be able to capture that up. In fact, if Kettengrad may go down, gets body blocked by the retreating lieutenant. Nope, he does not. Barely does not get it.
Target secured. Ready for
Scope
orders.
rifle a bit wounded.
Go ahead, sir.
Captain's out on the field. I think he's going. I think he's rushing out Stuart.
Go ahead, sir.
He's captured the munitions point. The entry section, of course, is capturing or heading to intercept the capturing Tetrograd, even though they're quite wounded. Teller mines. Okay, we got Tank Hunter. Tank Hunter Tetragrads can also repair other vehicles. So we've got Teller mines out coming on the field. Did he catch wind of what his opponent's going for?
We're receiving
We're going after one of our munition stores.
Does go out of control right there,
NCOs
but
reporting
he
they
may have
destroyed
caught
a
with
German
what his
target.
opponent's going for, thanks to the not aggressive placement of the headquarters truck and the lack of entry sections he's current place fielded out. 3 is actually a good number, but maybe that threw him the fact that he's rushing a Stuart. The Teller mine there is an excellent option. Does lose his other Kettengrad. Is that a 2-2 or it is a 2-2? When's the Stuart? Yeah, Stuart just got deployed, which will be a monster to deal with this early in the game. We do got a Panzer squad. He has likely caught wind onto it. Maybe he deployed that out thinking there's going to be a Bren carrier coming out, not a Stuart.
Ready.
He's a little bit low. He has a decent reserve of manpower, but he still needs to get out a triage, or no, not triage center. Casualty clearing station, is that what it's called for the Brits? Oh, we got a Ford HQ here as well. Multiple telemines have been deployed on out using that heightened munitions income he has. Is that a retreat? Yeah, he's retreating out with that squad. He's deploying the Panzer, though the intersection here can easily capture the church. If he has the healing, no, he does not have the healing upgrade. He needs the healing upgrade as soon as possible, because that'll provide him good healing even inside the church. 2-2 has been deployed now. He's going to have to. Oh, he's going to have to bait the Stuart over some Teller mines.
Taking German fire.
Baiting a Stuart over Teller mines make it as good as dead, if not outright dead. This infantry track is still here. He has the healing HQ now. No Panzer loaded up and back. He may be deploying out Panzer there.
Taking fire.
Panzer's out of range of the Stuart.
We finished, sir. What next? Team.
The trench is severely wounded. Does hop outside the building to get some healing. Very nice.
Attacking.
Hit there. Trench here, so he has a number of defensive trenches. He's going to focus on the defense of his intersections and be aggressive as Stuart's. That Stuart is not okay. Looks like he was firing against the church. A second Stuart has been deployed. Maybe 2 Stuarts is enough. It's hard to say how many Stuarts is the correct number because I don't play this game. I really should start play this game a bit. He's trying to blitz on out there. There's a Teller mine there. He baited it, fully immobilized. Stuart, 2-2, going to try to put some bullets into the captain. Does hit the captain. Double Panzer track does connect. Does take out that Stuart. Very, very nice play. Second Stuart is deployed on out. Now he knows the max number of Panzer tracks, and he needs to get out of Sapper with some minesweepers. Now he knows that his opponent has gone for a tank hunter doctrine of that Teller mine. We do got a 2-2-1 out in the field to capture up strategic points. Or maybe it's upgrading to a 2-2-3 and going to be trying to get more fuel income. I think that's what he's trying to do. There you go. He's set up on now. Increases fuel income.
Ready for your orders?
Steward is deployed. He got repair sappers out in the field, which does give him overheal his what's called
Let's not cock this one up, eh?
overheal his steward to sustain more Panzer shots. Very nice, but he still needs a minesweeper. He's pulling out a command truck. He's going for a fast Cromwell. It won't be Fireflies. It has to be Cromwells or Kangaroos. It could be It could be the Staghounds. Which, in my opinion, with a pin them out, they're just. I want to see Kangaroos. I'm going to be blunt. I want to see Kangaroos or Cromwells. I don't want to see Staghounds.
The lads are taking up defensive positions. Standing by.
Ooh, Incendiary Grenade does come on out, which will quickly destroy that trench, so it doesn't have a whole lot of health left to begin with. Lieutenant will need to fall back. He tried to decapture the church, but the word of God said no. Losing the lieutenant would be quite significant. He does get that last burst there. The base MG here is good protection as
Contact
well.
report. Enemy vehicle has been knocked out.
Enemy vehicle's been knocked out. I don't see anything dead here, and this fuel point is still secure. He won't be able to secure up this point. It is secured.
Listen up.
I wonder if you full retreat it. Maybe he's worried about this
Germans are
squad
after
here.
one of our munitions depots.
Stewart will find this 223.
Direct hit! Get us out of here! This is a good spot for Armored HQ.
And that's an infantry half track, not a light AT half track. But this is a Panzer truck squad. Is that tank buster squad? Nope, just Panzer truck. Light AT half track has been deployed on now. Got fully immobilized crit. He should press. Excuse me. He should try packing up the 223 just to make sure avoids getting killed.
Steward ready. Waiting out. Ready. Let's have out on fire.
Bren guns have been deployed on now. Of course, we got some rifle grenades as well. 222 and Panzer Grenadiers pushing their way towards the center.
Fire! We're ready to go.
We do got a Staghound though. No Kangaroo. Panzer got some good hit there. Light TF track's a bit wounded.
Ready.
A lot of these vehicles are damaged, but damage is fine. Dead is not fine. Though I suppose Bergantikas can help recover any carcasses.
What can I do for you? Chaps are ready when you are.
Getting out another Staghound already, so he's going to be fighting against two Staghounds. That's going to be a lot of 50 cal suppression.
We are losing an
That's one
ammo
reason why I
point.
don't like the concept in Staghound. That 50 cal suppression is actually quite high, and it's pretty easy to mass produce these Staghounds.
MG complete. Get on that gun. Staghound ready to out. Ready to deploy it again.
You got Panzer squad deployed.
Taking fire! What now?
Infantry section is trying to deploy out these split trenches. Split trench itself is quite wounded, and the Bren guns do fall back. Rifle grenades do fire.
We're down to 300 points.
Two Staghounds have been deployed. We'll find a Panzer squad inside the garrison. Light TF track is quite wounded. I think it's going for a crit shot right now. Nope, he does not.
We're awaiting orders.
The Panzer Grenadier is quite wounded.
Cheering up to now.
And he cannot reinforce him light. The half track is just a regular half track.
Hey, look at that. Looks like that
Fucking
piece of
hell!
shite I had back home.
Is flying out a pair of rifle grenades. Doesn't get any good hits there. Rifle grenades they're mixed. They're either really good or really not good.
Just tell us where they are.
We're losing a munitions sector.
Ooh, getting good hit there. Down to one last model.
This is not a good omen, lads.
As those weird sandbags are still on the ground. Both Staghounds are pushing their way forward. They're overhealed as well. Losing those cannon grabs really reduced the capturing pressure. Is there any tellers? I don't. Oh, there is a teller. Damage engine. Destroyed engine. Light ATF tracks like it going down. Does go out of control.
Contact report. Enemy vehicle has been knocked out.
Does hop inside that building with the Panther truck. Sapper's trying to come push him forward, trying to get the Staghound repaired. It is being pretty successful. And the church is being decrewed as well, or de-garrisoned. And does get decaptured.
Next target.
Does get a good hit there. Did he lose that entire squad? He may have lost the entire squad. And the 50 cals are just suppressing the Panther squad, preventing any sort of real engagement. You may find this other landmine as well.
Speed, efficiency, tact.
Panther. That's a Panther. The other Panther's about ready to arrive as well. This Staghound will go down. And he's body blocking his other Staghound. He needs to get this one. He sacrificed the wounded one to save the strong one. Survival of the fittest.
You off your fucking head!
He gets inside the church. It's probably best not to deploy any Hetzers. Hetzers are 600, Panthers are 2 Panthers is 1,000. It's better to deploy out the Panthers rather than the Hetzers.
Work's complete. We need to take cover. Quick bound! Quick bound! Pass out the Piats, lads.
We need a trench here. Move.
Bloody hell! They've zeroed in on us.
2-2 has the same bit of damage.
Ready for battle orders.
Oh, there is a Firefly. Firefly, of course, would be effective versus the Panthers. At least more effective than Staghounds. The Company Heroes 2 Fireflies are excellent. The Company Heroes 1 ones are okay, but they just don't really have any other effective assets. 7-pounders are nice, but they're static. And vulnerable to artillery.
Smithing, fuck me! Ready!
Incendiary trap has been used, or incendiary grenade, I should say.
Fucking hell! They got armor!
Speaking of which, 17-pounder has been deployed on out to protect his HQ from being run down. Had to sustain quite a bit of fire. There's no AT mines.
Ready for orders here.
Forward company commanders report a section is KIA.
Ooh, mortar
An
half track
ammo
may have claimed
storage
that
facility
squad.
is being overrun.
Bloody hell! They've zeroed in on us.
Good damage. Casualty clearing station is being put behind the HQ, not in front of it, so he will not get any quick button for healing. He has to go behind his HQ and then go for healing.
Receive orders. Bloody hell! They've zeroed in on us.
Look at that piece of shite. There he is. Jerry's breaking waiting further instruction.
Extended
Pietro roll or the rest
NCOs
grenades.
reporting they've destroyed a German target.
2-2 is slowly backing out of there. We do got these teller mines still here. Down south, we do got the Staghound decapturing that point. No, that's just the Katagrad going down. I was like, wait a second. Staghounds can't decapture points.
There's nothing we can bloody do to it!
Lots of wounded light vehicles here. Multiple slit trenches are being deployed. Does get some good hits here and there. He actually finished this one all the way, but there's not a whole lot of members left. He does have a bit of manpower stored up. We may see another, what's it called? Firefly. What doctrine would I go for the Brits? I don't see Royal
QM's
Artillery.
just distributed supercharged rounds to the arty line.
I was just going to say, I don't really see Royal Artillery being also great, but he just went for Royal Artillery. I was going to say, I tried to like say people should go for the one doctrines that people don't really go for the most. To be fair, that will be Royal Engineers, and Commando is relatively rare, but not super rare like Royal Artillery. In comparison, on the Panzer Elite side, Tank Hunter is common, Luftwaffe is probably the least common, Scorched Earth is probably the most common. Hummels and all the Scorched Earth abilities are quite nice. All the booby traps are like, what, aren't they just free?
What's the fucking hurry, eh? Right, lads. Don't want to wake up. Target secure. No contact. Ready to get to it, sir. Slit trench complete, Captain. Contact! Contact!
Yep, and that lieutenant will likely get wiped out. Two Fireflies have been deployed, and he has a lot of Piets, and as well as Brens here for buttoning vehicles.
Just tell us where they are, son.
A fourth sapper has been deployed.
Front's shifting. Jerry's overrunning one of our sectors.
Okay, that's just two notifications at the same time. I thought this one was getting somehow captured. Does scuttle that one, very nice. He needs to start capturing this point as well. Infantry half track, we got the mortar half track. Panther's coming in for a flanking opportunity. One of them is still a bit wounded.
Sapper's ready, sir. Let's finish the upgrade.
Wait, is that a fifth sapper? Fifth sapper hasn't been deployed. Going for a sizable Piet blob, looks like.
Just says where they are, son.
Oh, starting to overheal his vehicles. Very nice.
Armor repaired and ready. Upgrade complete.
Whose bright fucking idea was it to get us through here?
Jerry's got us.
Ooh, got a full immobilization crit on the Firefly, but...
Get on with it.
Oh, Panthers are coming. Nope, that's a light half track. Coming to support. He
Contact
does get the kill on the
reports.
infantry
German
half
has
track.
been destroyed.
He does get it repaired.
Vehicle here, return fire!
There's 2 Panzer squads in the back of this half track, and he has 8 members in total. He has the 4-man squad upgrade apparently. One good hit there. And
A secured sector under attack.
forces back the Fireflies, but we do got a massive Piet assault here. That 2-2.
NCOs reporting they have destroyed a German sector target. Under attack. We've lost an armor command post.
I just realized that armor HQ was still there, and now it's dead. Both sides are going for an AT blob. Both of them are going to the far and down each other's secured road. Secure in quotations.
Under fire!
It's a weird mirror game. Panzer Grenadiers do offer more anti-infantry firepower than the sappers. Does get suppressed there by the infantry half track. And all those PS does throw an incendiary grenade there. He will damage his guys as they start advancing. The lieutenants are getting burnt quite a bit. Let's fall back to that squad.
NCOs reporting they have destroyed a German target.
He does get that squad fully wiped there. And the lieutenant is almost dead. That explosion was something. Panzer Grenadiers may need to do an A move forward to cover the Panther's retreats. In fact, having the Panzer fight this is not necessarily half bad. It does do a heroic charge there. This one does retreat in a bad direction, but he should be able to escape on out there. He has a lot of men. Piet did get dropped there. An officer could pick that up. Staghound's advancing, mortar half track, but he will find that landmine. He's going to try to draw him into that landmine, and finds the landmine.
HQ's at 200 points and dropping.
That landmine wasn't tripped until that point, which was a pretty nice landmine. Panther severely wounded. This one is wounded as well, and there's too many Piets in the region. Hopefully he has the repair upgrade. The Panzer squad should just stay here and cover his retreat. Does get a good hit there. We'll be falling back now. Let's switch over to the Panzer Elite player to see what upgrades he's planning to get. Because the Panzer Grenadier upgrades, depending on what he has or does not have, are going to be quite important.
The indomitable Hetzer tank is now available.
Hetzer is not going to be useful at this point. He needs anti-infantry support. He's fighting as a huge Piet blob. He needs STG squads. He needs G43 squads. He needs Panzer Grenadiers. The amount of PS he's fighting, and he knows he's against Fireflies as well. He needs G43 or STG squads.
It is only when we work together with zeal as the Third Empire's war machine that we can completely destroy the enemy.
Vehicle ready for combat.
Mortar half tracks would not be half bad either, but only 1 or 2, which he does have 1. Light half track will be useful against fighting the Fireflies, but I do believe he needs STG squads. He's fighting against way too much AT. There's so many Piets. There's 2 Fireflies. He has a huge gap of 8. If you focus on anti-infantry, that's probably his best avenue. 2-2 is not going to withstand that Piet blob. Panzer Force C could do some work, but won't last very long. Though the armored skirts would help, but the Firefly is still problematic. No, he needs SDG squads. He needs G43 squads. And here we go, SDG squads. He has Zeal. He has 4-man squads. He already has a good number of upgrades for this possibility as well. So, very good. Most people go for triple defense Panzer Grenadiers. Probably still a better option, but he could go a bit more aggressive with triple accuracy SDG squad. The Brent squad has picked up the Piet. Maybe also when they're going around these buildings, the Panthers could get some crushes off. Here comes the Piets. Misses the light TF track. Very nice. STG's coming on in. Gets some heavy behind some heavy cover. Hero charge for, as a soft retreat. Very nice. Good hits there.
Awaiting orders.
Panzer squads should make attack first, allowing the STG squad to engage from the flanks. Yes, he only has one, and they can get overwhelmed by all the sappers. Destroy one of the slip trenches there. Very nice. Incendiary grenade does get thrown.
The enemy has destroyed one of the Kampfgrupp's vehicles.
Target destroyed. Forces engaging. Go ahead with order. Come to the right phone.
Sorry about that. There's a leaf blower going off outside as well.
Squad ready.
He's going for Fort HQ. He's down to one less model, but if he gets that, the STG squad can stay here for quite some time. These mortars and incendiary grenades being thrown. He's thrown another squad in there to guarantee the securing that building. Very nice. Ooh, got hit by his own mortar half track there, but now he has Fort HQ here, which does give him some good healing and border reinforcements. This is the repair sapper.
Infantry section ready. What are our new orders?
Germany is conceding a sector point to the Commonwealth. We must rally.
He could stand to have another STG squad fully immobilized there by the light ATF track. Panzer squads making their advance.
Kampfgruppe has proven its superiority once again.
And does take out that Firefly. Very, very nice. He knows about the Fort HQ, maybe a 25 pounder. Oh, he's gone for artillery, so perhaps a priest. Good hit there. Does throw on incendiary grenade there. Very nice.
Target captured. No contact. Movement ready.
Wait, is that sector artillery? I see the white circle there. No, that had to be a regular barrage. He must be pretty low in manpower.
An enemy unit has...
No, he does have plenty of manpower. I guess he never healed up his units as well. He has plenty of munitions for healing. Damage engine, so he's making good gains into this sector. He's not decapitating the church at this moment. Patrick squad making a flank. Does throw incendiary grenade out, just trying to whittle down these forces. And the church itself is almost down. Losing the steeple, or the steeple is floating in midair. Yep, floating in midair. Pantrex and STG, they do manage to hold on. The church is almost down. He has to make sure this 25 pounder does not go down because he needs artillery. Looks like he has officer artillery, but he needs to demolish that church. He does spot the 25 pounder. Oh, we got the double Panzerschreck upgrade, so now there's 4 Panzerschrecks in that group. That's a lot of Panzerschrecks. Though I suppose he can now destroy the building, no problem calling using officer artillery.
armored and in command. Ready to move out.
Tell us what you want.
Looks like the armored truck has become mobile.
MG
If he
gunner
wants to
looking
pull it
for
out in a more
targets.
aggressive position, he's going to need to push to this top corner so it doesn't get overwhelmed by
Just got the green
Panzers.
light to employ creeping barrages.
Okay, creeping barrages. That could be quite effective.
Forward OPs reporting a petrol dump under attack.
Just this one way over here. Looks like Captain Grad has been queued up for a bunch of capture orders. We do got the STG squad here. And that is the same STG squad from earlier.
Bloody hell, taking effective fire!
So there's no STG squad over here. So this area will lack effective anti-infantry support. Rifles and P-hits, rifle grenades and P-hits do go through the church. Now there is a lot of holes into it.
Hell, they zeroed in on us!
Also, it's a Church of Minecraft, I believe. I believe that's the denomination. Because what else can have a floating superstructure?
Heads up!
That intersection does have is the Bren squad, so it does have one Piet.
Bloody hell!
Does force back those intersections. It has to point out two slit trenches there, right next to a teller mine right there. That's a very forward teller mine,
ammo
which
point.
could potentially wipe out that intersection. I'm not sure, or sapper. I am not sure how effective a teller mine is versus a sapper inside of a slit trench.
Contact reports show the German vehicle was knocked out in that last skirmish.
Captain Grad does go down here
We
again.
have a victory
Might as well
point
deploy
under
Bergantiga
attack.
Armor repaired and ready.
to reclaim both of those Captain Grads. Clearly a good choice.
Infantry's got anti-armor.
Second Firefly has been redeployed. Staghound is out on the field. And this teller mine, I'm not so sure how effective it is going to be against these structures.
Cover me!
It's going to be very easy to trip as well. Could be detonated by a mortar.
Hell!
Maybe some more mortar half tracks? I'm trying to think of what either player should deploy. He needs a priest. I would say the British player could use a priest, but he's at pop cap. And needs a lot more manpower. Was it 625?
Hell! This is getting thick! Enemy contact!
We took a hit!
Ooh, and that did wipe out that entire squad.
An ammo storage facility is being
Ready for
overrun.
orders.
You would imagine if they were going to dig a hole, they would spot the mines that they're buried in the ground, but nope.
Rough shape. He's gonna get us all help.
Oh, that's one way to free up some manpower, though.
Bloody hell! They've zeroed in on us! Under fire from armor!
Good mortar hit there. Good two, just trying to skirt along the flanks. He has a
25-pounder.
back line forward HQ here. Is quite wounded thanks to that detonation of that teller mine. And I think the half track destroyed it.
Enemy vehicle has been knocked out.
I think the half track, when it first moved, it actually destroyed that last panel demolishing the building. I don't think it was the artillery. I think it was the half track.
Taking heat from armor!
Senior grenade was thrown.
Contact report. German half track has been destroyed.
Ooh, direct hit there. Panthers. Other Panthers actually down south. Those are British landmines. He actually deployed two of them there. Staghound severely wounded. There must have been a telemine right there. Fully immobilized. Or that could be the light ATF track claiming it.
No contact. Area is ours.
Fucking hell, I can't bloody stand digging. Standing
Ooh,
by!
he may need to treat that guy back and go to the
Channel clear. Go ahead.
casualty clearing station.
Move complete, sir. Ready for action.
Do I hear a priest? Nope, just a 25 pounder.
Tell us where they are, son.
I suppose 25 pounders and priests are basically the same thing. One's mobile, one's not. And the 25 pounders are significantly cheaper manpower, just cost a bit of fuel. So that's probably the better option, honestly, than the priests. Sure, not less mobile, but supercharged
sector is being
charge
overrun.
rounds, he's able to reach quite far as you generally need to.
Contact reports. German
hit there.
half-track has been destroyed. Battalions just received access to self-propelled artillery vehicles.
Priests now available.
Trying to push
We
through
have a secured sector under attack.
STG Golf Squad behind cover. There is an infantry section here. Does throw an incendiary grenade on the Piet squad. And does retreat back with still all 4 members, so doesn't lose any manpower. So very good push there. As I say that, he just lost a lot of guys with that landmine. This landmines have been detonated probably by this Panther.
AA gun ready.
Bofors currently being deployed.
Awaiting further orders. Armor repaired and ready.
Get your bloody head down!
Rough grenades do fire, largely missed. There is a telemine right there. I thought if it was a Brit mine, that would have been a great landmine.
Spinning fuck, mate!
What next?
Light TF track moving the way forward.
Standing by. Send over.
Contact
Nice.
reports. Enemy vehicle.
There was
secured
one landmine
sector
there. It
under
does go
attack.
down. Vet 2, Panther pushing way forward, so it
Unknown
does have
number of
access to
enemy
the,
are moving on one of our victories.
does have access to the Piet. We got a Staghound at max pop cap. We do got, I see,
have
that
a
could have been
secured
sector
sector
artillery
under
or maybe
attack.
that's officer artillery. Looks like officer artillery.
The German forces are trying to overrun one of our sectors.
Bofors are not really effective versus infantry.
German target has been destroyed.
But as I say that, it did wipe out that
We
squad
have
with
a
the support of the
secured
Brent.
sector under attack. We've lost an armor command post.
He does have a bit of resources stockpiled up, and he does have his 2 Fireflies. It's not imperative he immediately rebuilds it. He may want to hold off with it. The game is quite long. It may not be worth it deploying any more trucks.
Listen along, good luck!
Incoming cherry fire.
The area secured. Ready for orders.
Area has been secured.
Lieutenant has captured the northern point. He's going to use the lieutenant just go around capturing points. He has plenty of fuel, and they're cheap in manpower. Just costs a little bit of fuel, and during this point in the game, people just stockpile fuel.
CP lorry ready to deploy.
Hell of a surprise!
Move complete, sir. Ready for action.
Contact! German infantry!
Enemy armor! Take cover! Move! Move!
Brand's squad is inside the slit trench.
Get fire! Get fire, mate!
And does fall back with that squad. Panther is starting to make its withdrawal. Does destroy that or scuttle that trench, one of the two. Incendiary grenade went down after. Vickers gun emplacement. Okay, interesting. You don't usually see that all too often. It is just manpower and does consume population.
This is a good spot for armored HQ.
As opposed to like, ooh, Martyr. Martyr's been deployed. Ooh. And it's completely getting overwhelmed because the Martyr is not that great.
My contact reports indicate Jerry has just lost a Martyr fleet.
As much as like seeing other unique units like Martyrs,
Claimed one of our
there's a reason why people don't build them. Their armor is not very good, their health, their durability is not that great. But it did manage to ensnare a Firefly, which there's a fresh armor command truck right there. So he can rebuild it. Over here, we got the Panther. And Kettengrad pushes his way forward. The Kettengrad, however, will find this machine gun bunker, which he may not know is there just yet. He has to be a bit careful with that telemine. Could be randomly detonated by the rifle grenades, but that should be too far away to fire. Those rifle grenades do have pretty big scatter. It actually may, in a very rare chance, actually reach that. And I'm not joking about that. Sometimes they could have an absurd scatter. Both of those are Brit landmines.
Tell us what you want. Good on you, mate.
Panther has received a bit of fire. He is getting repaired up by the Kettengrad.
£17 already.
Deploying out 17
The
pounder.
initiative is ours. Victory countdown started.
Fire Piet against the mortar half track. Mortar half track did fire a round in return. But it hasn't landed just yet. I'm not sure where actually it went. Could have sworn he got that fire off, shot off.
Contact! Bloody hell, this is getting thick! Rapid rate! Rapid rate!
He has supported this
Battalion
fight
HQ
this
is
year quite
confirmed. It can
significantly.
start securing resources from the area.
He just now got that.
Go ahead, sir.
But either way, this area is quite fortified. Has both the Vickers emplacement, which I don't think has been spotted just yet. The 17 pounder, which will force away the Panthers. And Dugor's got one Bren gun, which may be a Piet on that squad. Yep, there is a Piet.
The blokes are ready!
Rifle Grenade squad is getting overran by the STGs. Panzer squad is going to be engaging that Bofors. He's retargeted towards the Panzerx, but it goes down. Looks like the Panzer League player has cracked this front line right here, but there is some artillery covering the
Forward OPs
Brits'
reporting a
retreat.
sector is under attack.
He's going to need to pull out some more infantry sections to deal with these Panzer Grenadiers. Double Panzer Grenadiers are very dangerous.
Jerry's got us.
Oh, And there goes the lieutenant, bringing some officer artillery onto that structure. Overall, Bren guns are nice. You may want to get some Bren gunners. They're not. Personally, I don't really find their anti-infantry damaging all that impressive.
Down to one German vehicle was knocked out in that last skirmish.
But it would allow him to butt in the vehicle with these Panthers as far as Piats, which is currently 3 squads of Piats. He lost the repair squad.
Field support, waiting further instruction.
He does get a good hit there. And the mortar half-track got a good hit there on his own squad. Firefly sustained huge amounts of fire. Also artillery now raining on in. SDG squad does get suppressed.
We've lost a tank.
The Panther does go down. Mortar half-track receiving some counter barrages. Wipes out that entire squad there. Only 1 infantry section remains, and he does decrew from this slit trench. He does completely scuttle it. Can't even take a risk of letting those slit trenches falling into enemy hands. The Piat model is the one capturing, but he does get a shot off there.
Watch your safety. Bloody hell, the hip stay there, Jet! Incoming! I need the 3 on 3!
And he does lose that squad entirely. Ooh. Is that sector artillery? What's being called in there? Yeah, that looks like sector artillery now raining on in.
A sector is being overrun.
Go ahead with your order, son.
Sapper has been deployed on out. It may be a good idea not to upgrade it. Keep it unupgraded. Sapper models and intersection models do have the same damage output per model. And he needs anti-infantry damage.
Bloody hell, taking effective fire! Drop that bastard!
Oh, that squad's wounded. May want to fall back to the casualty clearing station. Just a Katagrad going down south, and mortar half-track going north. Ooh, those sappers are getting ripped apart. Gets fully wiped there. We do got the Panzer Grenadiers now sprinting on forward. Captain needs to fall back, saying, or Lieutenant, and Lieutenant does go down.
Enemy vehicle has been knocked out.
I think a squad mate just got wiped right there. I'm not sure. Patrick's do take out another Firefly. He does have quite a bit of resource stored on up, but he's down a lot of population. Looks like he's built 2 machine gun emplacements. Is he basically surrendering?
What's the word, sir?
He's not building anything.
Jerry's hitting one of our...
Looks like he's AFK, but it doesn't look like he's lagged out.
We have a secured sector under attack.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but I think he just went AFK.
German forces are trying to overrun one of our sectors. We've lost an armor command post.
Yep, I think he just went AFK. I'm going to fast forward to the last bit.
Losing a victory point. I say again, we are losing a victory point.
If you're just going to quit, just leave the game entirely.
You
You got Martyr out in the field.
Attack or our cause is lost. NCOs reporting they have destroyed a German target. 25 ammo storage remains. Get being overrun. Finished.
Yeah, I mean, just let him take it straight out. Just surrender, leave. If you're just going to do that, just leave. There's just no reason to do that. But either way, this is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.